afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're watching this video. I'm back again. I wasn't gonna make another video, like I said on Twitter, but this came across my radar last night. It's a local story from where I live, so I'm gonna do it because it's about police brutality and, it needs to be done. I have no choice here. So what I'm going to do is I have 3 videos scheduled to premiere tomorrow because of the Martin Luther King Day holiday. I'm not making any videos, but I'm going to switch around the schedule and put this tomorrow morning. So this video will premiere first tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. So make sure you check that out. And by the way, I'm going to get the shameless plugs out of the way. Now, before I forget, follow me on Twitter. Here it is right here. Main account is at AngelJRivera08. My backup is at TheBadGuyAR. Make sure you follow me on both accounts. Also, make sure to subscribe to all my INN friends and my partners, teammates, what you want to call them. Their link is down there in the description box, the link tree to all their accounts and whatever they're doing. So make sure you sub and check out all that. All right, so now let's get to this story that I have, which is from 10 days ago, but I just came across my radar now, so that's why I'm doing the video now. Excuse me. Let's do that. It's from a local radio station, New Jersey 101.5, which if you live in New Jersey, you know exactly what this is, so make sure it's big enough for you guys to see. All right, there you go. Excuse me. So I'm going to show you the video too. The video is on Twitter. It's like 2 minutes long. I don't think it'll break YouTube in terms of service because isn't that overly violent? But we'll see. If it does, then I have to re-upload the video, I guess, without the body cam. But whoops, excuse me. A grand jury has indicted officer. Wait a minute. Sorry about that. The grand jury has ruled to file criminal charges against a city police officer in connection with his repeated use of pepper spray on a man who died several days later. At the time of the altercation and his arrest, the victim, 64-year-old Joseph Aher, I don't know, had COVID-19 and lung issues. He's in the video I saw, he specifically said, I have lung problems. I have lung issues. And in the video, he didn't say he had COVID, but this is July of 2020, I believe, this happened, this incident. So it was right in the beginning of the pandemic where people were dying pretty much every day. And somehow these geniuses, the Trenton Police Department, decide to pepper spray this 64-year-old man, senior citizen, multiple times. And there were 5 or 6 cops there, like I'll show you in the video. They didn't need the pepper spray him. They already had him under control. I don't know, I thought I heard something. Anyways, sorry about that. I thought I heard something. Anyways, get to other parts of the story. The Office of the Attorney General in New Jersey on Wednesday, that Officer Nicholas Piotrowski, I believe, was indicted on 1 count of official misconduct related to the encounter. A grand jury concluded on its deliberations on January 3rd after the testimony and evidence from the investigation. Let's see here. Police officers are required to be measured in their use of force in every encounter, even under challenging conditions, said Attorney General Matthew Platkin. This officer resorted to using pepper spray during a confrontation with a civilian in a manner that was unnecessary and contrary to his training, mishandling a situation that could have concluded so much differently. Officer responded to a home on Monmouth Street, which is not far from where I live, at around 5:30 p.m. on July 6, 2020, after receiving the call from Ahir's son. The son came to the front door, and then Ahir came to the door to speak to officers, officials say. As far as I read, it doesn't say anything about why the police were called. It just says, police were called by his son. We don't know what was the details of what happened, as of now, as far as I know, at least. Let's see, what else? After the son went back, I already read that part, excuse me. According to the body cam footage released by the Attorney General office, the officer tried to detain Ahir, and he pulled away multiple times. An officer took him to the ground and handcuffed him. During the encounter, he used pepper spray on close range on multiple occasions, directly into his face. Ahir was telling officers he could not breathe, which I'll show you in the video. I have lung problems, he said at one point after sitting up. Officers summoned medical personnel to the scene, and Ahir was treated with oxygen. He was transported to Capitol Health Regional Medical Center in Trenton, where he died 18 days later. Us locals know that hospital is Helene Fold Hospital. It was changed to this name, which, by the way, it's the only hospital in the city of Trenton. So that's a whole nother video I have to make to discuss that, because there's only one hospital in the city for like 60,000 people. There's a lot of seniors in the city too. So brilliant. I'll make another video on that soon, though. I'm not going to discuss it here. The matter of Ahir's death was ruled as a homicide by the medical examiner. The Attorney General's office said the cause of death was listed as acute respiratory failure following use of pepper spray during an arrest, which an individual with chronic pulmonary disease and COVID-19. So the medical examiner ruled it a homicide. But of course, the grand jury does not indict the officer Piotrowski. I think it's how pronounced, of charged with murder, or abuse of an elderly person. Nothing. He's just charged with official misconduct, which has a maximum 10 years in prison in New Jersey, which says right here. But what, he's gonna get the 10 years? No, he's not getting 10 years. It's near certain he's not getting 10 years. He'll probably plead this out. But I will continue. I will keep following this story and let you guys know when there's an update or a trial, because it's a very important story, I think. So let's look at these tweets. Hold on. This tab instead. Here we go. Oops, let me make it bigger. Let's see. Is this good? Perfect. This is from Steve Keeley, Twitter. He's a local morning reporter for Fox 29 in Philadelphia. And they also cover news from Trenton, which is why he's covering this. And again, Trenton police officer indicted for official misconduct using pepper spray on a 64-year-old man who died after pepper sprayed in the face while being handcuffed by several officers on the man's front porch. Police came to his house looking for his son. It doesn't say here where his son called 911, so here's some of the video now, but I'm going to play it from the beginning with sound. Hopefully it doesn't violate YouTube's terms of service. We'll see. I'm going to try it. Let's play this real quick. Start from the beginning because... Alright, so let's start from the beginning. Let me see if you guys can see this. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's play from the beginning then. Let's play from the beginning.
Stop grabbing me. Detain him. I can go in my own house. Calm it down. He can go.
Alright, so he's trying to go in his house, but the cops won't let him for some reason. But his son was the person calling 911. Why are they bothering his old man? I don't know. It's absolutely ridiculous, the behavior law enforcement shown. Let me go back real quick. All right, so here we go, right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 law enforcement officers, and 5, including the body cam we have here recording. So there's 5 officers, 1 old man. Did they really need to pepper spray him? Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's keep going.
I can go in my own house. Calm it down. He can go grab me. You're not going to the house. I'm not going to the house. Stop praying.
Hey, it's another officer there. That's another officer there, here, outside. I'm not sure you can see it, but on the left-hand side, there's like a man. There's another cop. That's 6 cops that are there for 1 old man, essentially. I don't know why they're manhandling here in a second. They're manhandling, let's say. Watch.
I'm not going to the goddamn house.
Yeah, detain him. That's it.
There you go. See, and there's a female officer. Hold on. There's a female officer. Detain him. That's it. For what? What did he do? He wasn't suspected of any crime, as far as I know.
Put your hands behind your back, sir. Put your hands behind your back.
Ow! Thank you for I can't breathe for real.
That's 1. See, he says I can't breathe. That's the first time.
Please. I can't breathe.
Put him in a cuff and roll him to the side. Sir, you just got pepper sprayed.
Give me your arm.
You need to calm down, all right?
He was pepper sprayed right there.
You just got pepper.
He was pepper sprayed right there. Not sure if you guys were able to see it or not. I wasn't able to see it, but the officer said that you just got pepper sprayed, sir. Just calm down. So let's play this a little bit long. It's like a minute left, so.
Pepper sprayed. That's why you couldn't breathe. Give me a second. I'm gonna sit you up. All right, sit him up. Sit him up. Sit him up. We're gonna sit him up. You need to calm down. He ain't gonna be able to breathe. We're gonna sit you up.
No one told these officers, at least in this clip, that this man had COVID-19. And by the way, all these officers are unmasked. When we all know that masks don't have much in effect to stop COVID, but at the time we didn't. So, which is why it's surprising these officers are not masks. Excuse me. So let's keep going.
Okay. Dad, okay? I can't breathe.
See, the second time he says I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I can't fucking
You're
breathe.
breathing in and out.
I can't get my breath. I got lung problem. That's why I can't breathe.
I have lung problems. That's why I can't breathe. At least they called emergency services for him, but it took. I'm not sure how long that took. How long sitting there, but it's like 15 more seconds left.
We call for transport yet?
Oh, nah. Oh. Take these cuffs. Why are you going to do now, sir? Please. Take these cuffs off me.
Take these cuffs off of me. All right. Well, that's it. There's, I think, something else I wanted to show you before I. The officer, I already read you all this. Let's see. Official misconduct. This is a gentleman right here who passed away July 24th, 2020. Joseph. He didn't have to die that day. He didn't have to die, and he died because the police decided to use excessive force. So, I'll link all this information in the description box below if you guys want to see more or read it for yourself. Oops, sorry. I want to show you one more thing. What does official misconduct say in New Jersey law when it comes to official misconduct? So let's share that. Oops, don't want that. Let me make this a little bigger. You guys can actually see it. It's too big. Bear with me. Can you see that? Let me make it a little bigger. All right. There we go. That should be good. There it is right there. It's highlighted, so you should be able to see it. The New Jersey criminal offense of official misconduct refers to improper behavior by by a public servant during the course of their duties or while acting under the color of their office. Again, it's just improper behavior according to the state law. Why wasn't he indicted on a murder charge or on abuse of an elder? I don't know. He was indicted on official misconduct. Excuse me. My guess is the grand jury thought they could. Excuse me. My guess is the grand jury didn't thought that they could. Sorry, I have. And my guess is the grand jury thought that they couldn't. That the attorney general couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it was murder, even though the medical examiner ruled it was murder. It was homicide, the matter of death. But of course, the cops, grand juries tend to be deferential to law enforcement. So that's why he was only charged with official misconduct, which carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison, which is a really small chance he gets 10 years. He'll probably get a year or two, maybe suspended and a slap on the wrist. I'll keep you guys updated on the story, definitely. So let's get out of that. Let's go back to myself. All right, so final thoughts are this death did not have to happen, like I said before. There was no reason for this whatsoever. It's just these 5 cops or 6 cops that had used excessive force. And the cop ultimately that pepper sprayed him multiple times was charged with official misconduct, which is ridiculous. He should at the very least charged with murder or abuse of an elder. I mean, all 3 charges is appropriate to me, not just official misconduct. But those are my final thoughts. I just wanted to get this video out there because it just came across my radar and it needed to be talked about. It's a local story for me and I wanted to give my opinion on it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. Give me a like. Please subscribe. I'm at 156 subscribers. I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers on my birthday, which is August 31st. It's 6 months from now, so hopefully we'll get there. We'll see. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it. And you'll see this tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. So check out the premiere, which I'm assuming you are because you're here watching this. And until the next time, probably be some point Tuesday afternoon. I hope you guys have a great Martin Luther King weekend. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.